from 200 to 300 gallons of water a day, and even producing water in the evening when you go to bed off of solar batteries that have been charged during the daytime from sunlight. So when you're not using it water at night, this machine is still producing water. So you have 5,000 to 10,000 gallons of water stored at your home. That's enough water for a home. And when you use it, the water level will come down to a certain place, and then when it gets there, the machine will kick on and fill it back up. You do that on solar power. So if you're using that kind of solar, the first line you cut is the power grid line. So your utility bill has just gone away. The next line you cut is the water utility line. And so when the water utility line and the power line are cut, you're net zero. And then you have enough water to grow your fruits and vegetables.
So OpenEyezProduction said, can you please explain again, recording the conversation, how can families be off the main water grid?
Ooh. I've in the time frame that I've been doing this, I stopped counting at 1 million gallons. And that's me. That's me by myself. That's me driving trucks, forklifts, pulling cables, getting soldiers to help me, work with me, transporting machine to Flint, transporting machine to Puerto Rico, going with it and living there, and producing water myself. There's when you want to go off grid, everyone talks about something that's called net zero. Net zero is you're just completely carbon neutral. So with a combination of this machine producing, say 300 gallons of water a day, took a machine to Flint, Michigan, right?
Yes.
So that machine that we went to Flint, Michigan, what we did there was they wanted to do a lot of press on that in the very beginning, and I said no, we're not going to do press. And what we did was we passed ownership of the machine and to operate the machine to the people that were in the neighborhood. So we said, okay, I'm going to show you how to do this, then y'all got to be responsible for this. And so people in the neighborhood came up every day. They gave water, they ran around, they made sure that everyone knew where it was, and I could sit back under a little tarp and I watched people operate the machine and take ownership of it.
All right, so what I'm doing right now, as a holistic practitioner, herbalist, and a tribal indigenous man, I'm helping my niggas out, my homies, not my niggas, well actually fuck it, we took the word, my niggas, my homies, my brothers, you know what I'm saying, my fam. This is all medicine. Not even medicine. These are body immunity enhancers, cell enhancers, microbial enhancers. A lot of these have a lot of antimicrobial properties, anti-inflammatory properties. A lot of these is good for the lungs, kidney, and stuff like that. So what I do is I put a certain amount in each package. Fennel, write the name on it. With inside each of these packages that I'm putting these in, I'm gonna write a note that's gonna explain what each plant is and what is inside of each plant. I wish I had my other book on so I can show y'all that, but and then I'm gonna explain what each plant, what to mix for what purpose. Like if they got pains or something like that, I'm like, yo, mix this with this. You know what I'm saying? If you having like, say you Say for men, your shit ain't really getting up like that, you know what I'm saying? We got the, we got the licorice root, which will flush out your stomach, which is good for your man junk, you know what I'm saying? Because the intestinals does affect your, it can give you erectile dysfunction if you have intestinal issues. That can give you erectile dysfunction. That can also fuck up your sperm count.
So if you wanna have babies.
You know what I'm saying? What else we got here? We got a lot here. So this is Damiana and Rose Petal. Great mix. Good for energy. Build up sperm count. Good for erectile dysfunction. It's also good for blood flow. Right there.
Make your dick get hard, like Lil said.
You know what I'm saying? Chamomile, we already know what that is. It's an energy booster. Anti-inflammatory. Good for your kidneys and liver. You know what I'm saying? We got some spearmint right here. doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Magnesium citrate powder, which is good for your bone structures, good for your blood flow. This helps prevent blood clotting. All right. It's like a natural blood thinner. You know what I'm saying? So this right here, this is really important right here. You know what I'm saying? What is this one? Slippery right? Cancer fighting right here. This shit kills cancer cells. So if you have cancer and you mix this, you got to mix this with a tea, mix this with oil. You can mix this. You can just make a pill form, put it in a capsule, or you can just take a spoonful of it and eat it. Either way, you're ingesting it. This is that shit that help you out right there.
And with the oil, you eat it, or you can rub it on.
Yep, with the oil, you consume it, or you can rub it on your body. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're working on right now. Getting all this stuff done, ready for my family and my brother to send these packages out. And they each gonna have a clean feather on the inside, because that's some indigenous sign that that's your family. You know what I'm saying? That's how we send messages. To let them know, like, we real here.
And you grind. I see you grind all up yourself.
Yeah, I got what do I put in there? Oh yeah. This is that burdock root. A lot of y'all know what that is. Most of y'all probably don't know what this is. And those who do know what that is, just explain to people. I'm not gonna give you too much information. If you want to learn about this, you come see me. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, give y'all all the knowledge. I want y'all to come to me to seek the knowledge. You know that old phrase, once the elders die out, your library is gone. Think about that for a second. I watched this video of this one elder woman who was born in 1918. She was talking about they were teaching her that the world was flat. And then she said, probably like 30, 40 years later, maybe a little less, probably a little less than that, a little more than that, they started teaching that the world was round. Think about that shit for a second. You know what I'm saying? Meditate on that. Research that shit.
Try to trick the ones coming after her.
Bam. See? And she was a white woman, mind you. So, that's it.
Doctor, and I have 1,600 patients. Many are vaccinated. Just to give you a little bit of backstory about my credibility. What I've seen so far and what I've learned is all information from physicians, medical physicians, natural physicians, and also immunization, neurology doctors, things like that, and then also nurses. So what I'm about to share with you is the first vaccine, the second vaccine, and then the boosters and what it does to your body. The first vaccine, as it goes into your body, it has a small amount of saline and then a bunch of ingredients that are very catastrophic to your cellular system. What that does to your immune system, which is your bone marrow, your thymus gland, your spleen, and all other systems associated with your immune system, it decreases the ability to produce white blood cells by 50% from your first vaccine. Then 8 weeks later, which is white blood cell reproductive system, so your ability to make another generation of white blood cells is 8 weeks. That's why they set it up 8 weeks later to hit it again. So you hit the white blood cell ability while it's down. So now what you do is now they decrease the saline in the second one and they increase the harmful ingredients. So now you have a shift in the ingredients. So they decrease the saline and increase. So now there's a shift. And then what they do is that second dose attacks your ability to make white blood cells by an additional 25%. So now you only have white blood cell ability, like the ability to make white blood cells functioning at 25%. So you just wiped out 75% of your military and the ability to make that military. Then what they do is they set in the booster. The booster has 81 strands of foreign bacteria that your cells have never come across, so you don't have the antibodies to fight it, but you only have 25% of your white blood cell production to be able to fight it, so it's a losing battle. So then what starts to happen is you start to get chronic inflammation that goes to the areas that you had predisposition. So if you are someone that has gut health issues, that's your area that is going to focus on, and you're going to have inflammation in the gut health. If it's respiratory, if you have tumor or cancer, or if you have say endometriosis, or you have a skin condition, whatever that is, it's going to inflame that area, because now the body has hit the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight, and the body is in a chronic inflammatory state with a low immunity and a low immune response. Then you get your second booster. What the second booster has is it has 8 strands of HIV. And now what that does is it completely shuts off your ability to make white blood cells. And if you Google what that disease is, it is HIV. So now we have people that are walking around with no immune system, no ability to make an immune system, 81 strands of foreign bacteria, and then also 8 strands of foreign HIV, along with all the other harmful ingredients, and then they remove all the saline from the first and second booster. Now, to make matters worse, during this process, 20 to 30% of the population is going to die every single series of this process. There's 4 series. They have 3 more boosters that are coming out, and the reason why is because once they make you so that your immune system can't make white blood cells anymore, you become dependent on the boosters to survive, just like someone becomes dependent on insulin. Big Pharma is looking for people that either die off to protect our population control, and then those that don't die off, we will have reoccurring customers for life with the boosters, so that they will be able to maintain income and collect the money back from all the funding that they put in to make these vaccines in the first place. So hope that was helpful. I hope that you listen to this properly, and I hope that you take the time to do your own critical thinking and just give it 2 to 3 years. Every single animal that participated in this study for any of these vaccines had a 100% death rate. And I encourage you all to just take a moment, look around you, and just wait it out. And let's just see what let nature take its course, and let's just see what happens. Thank you.
Now, I ain't never been with a baddie. She calm, so I add her to the tally. Oh shit, okay, here we go.
Nah, I ain't never been with a baddie. She calm, so I add her to the tally. Madison, but I'm calling her Maddie. Like,
Round 1, fight.
Baby, won't you come my way? Got something I want to say.
Jesus, I won't go back.
It's a vibe right here. Hold on. You ready? Okay, step, reverse, step, slide, come on, slide, slippity slide. Shake your head with it, shake your head with it, shake your head with it, shake your head with it. Cross, pop, clap. Dang P, how you do it like that? Rock your body, rock your body, rock your body.